Welcome to Reread, where I'm rereading through the expanded universe in chronological order as best I know how. Before I get to the main book and a short story afterwards, I want to talk about this here. I found this guide to the Republic Commando game, and I was like, why do I have this? And I don't think I reviewed this in my original, Matt's Expanded Universe, and because it's just a one-page story of the tale of Pod. I guess it's the primer for this video game adventure, and it's basically just a tale like a biblical. Eons ago was a man named whatever, and Proto defeated so and so, and he fell. They fought for many years, and he felled him and whatnot, and so began the rise of the blah blah blah. And we worshipped Progo or whatever Proto. It's not that good, but I don't even remember this. When I saw it right in front of Republic Commando, I was like, oh, is there a short story Karen Travis wrote? No, it's not even written by her. It's written by someone else here, Ryan Hoffman. No idea. Should you get this? Absolutely not. Let's talk about Republic Commando by Karen Travis. Everyone knows by now that I do not like Karen Travis, but I was interested in revisiting these books because a lot of people, to be fair, have said these are some of their favorite books. Some of them number one. I've heard some people say that too. So I wanted to reread it with an open mind, but I remember liking the first Republic Commando. I think it was called Hard Targets, the first book there in the series. I remember liking that one, and yes, it is good for the most part. I mean, who doesn't like Phi, Darman, Niner? I'm trying to think of all their names now. I can't remember. Aten and stuff like that. Some were fleshed out better than others, but at the same time, it's good. There's a lot of good humor in there, a lot of good military talk. They're going after, and I'd forgotten about this. Well, I didn't forget about this, but I forgot there is an EU connection that Karen Travis, missed, but she probably didn't care about it either. But when you're talking about a virus that only attacks clones, well, that was in a short little issue of Star Wars Tales I reviewed earlier. And it would have been so cool if Karen Travis would have said, yeah, it's that same virus. They're trying to work on it. They're trying to, perfect it and whatnot. And that's why the Republic Commandos have to stop it. And I was like, that would have been a cool connection. But she probably didn't read Tales either, like no one should, and did her own story on it. And the reason why they had to send in Omega Squad and not just bombard the planet? Well, in fact, they asked that at the end. They said, hey, why did you send us anyway? Why couldn't you just bombard the whole planet if you knew they were going to be here? It's like, well, we had to pinpoint the location and make sure we got rid of it. I mean, we could just spray and pray, but at the same time, it's not 100% sure that we hit our target correctly. So that's why they had to send in a squad to make sure they eliminated every trace of the threat. Really smart stuff. Really good. So what did I not like about it? Because you better believe there's some things I didn't like about it. The only one right now is, of course, the main one, I guess. I hate throughout the whole thing. The Jedi Padawan Etain. She's horrible. She's terrible. She comes onto the team. She doesn't want to be called commander by anyone. Don't call her Padawan either. You're like, what is wrong with you? She is very quick to anger. Very quick. The clones get her angry all the time and frustrated. And it's like, wow, I don't remember her being this annoying in book one. I do love how when she's talking to Darman, she went, so wait, you're 10 years old? Yes, ma'am, essentially 10 years old. And they make that joke again later on. Good to know that she thinks of him as a 10-year-old in the rest of the series. I say sarcastically. I tried to, block it. Every time I read that, their relationship, which isn't, they have a good respect for each other right now. They haven't fallen in love yet. But that's not to the other books. But right now, if this is all it was just a mutual respect and endearment, because at the end, she cares about her squad. And when the Jedi Master, Zay, I think, says, hey, let's go. She's like, well, we're missing two people. Phi and, it's Niner and Auntie, I think, are missing. She's like, we're not leaving until we have all of them. He said, they're just clones. They're soldiers. They know their duty. She's like, no, we don't. We're Jedi. We believe in life. Every life matters, so we can't leave them behind. And there's a great, back and forth with the Master and the Padawan, which is a good discussion to have, which Jedi should be having about them. They're not just clones. Like, she can feel these clones in the Force now. She can feel their different signatures. That's interesting. So there's decent stuff about her, but man, she acts like an annoying brat the entire time. Again, there's no romance yet here, and she's just an awful character. But she's the only thing that's bad about it, because I do love those clones. I do love them. There's a lot of great humor. The one where they're talking about, remember old Sergeant there, whenever he got drunk? You remember what he used to say? Yeah, he used to cuss a lot. No, besides that. And then he goes, he used to say how much he hates clones. He went, oh, that was all fluff. Yeah, I'm trying to get a message from him. There's another one too. I can't remember. It's at the end. If I shoot him, do I get his armor? He went, yeah. He went, oh, well then, done. I can snipe him from here. It's just, funny jokes. And they joke between one another, and I don't mind that. I don't mind clones having a sense of personality. Remember, these are, what are they called? Art troopers. They're supposed to have a little bit of individuality, and they do. And all that's really good. It's just that Etain is just terrible in every way, shape, fashion, and form. I just can't stand her. Now, I will be honest, if I do a top 10 worst EU books or slash series, this one may go down on the list. I don't know if it'll completely fall off, because I know what's going to happen later on. But if it was just judging from this book is not bad. Now, the first one, Hard Targets, is a really good book. I understand why people love the clones. They love the characters. A lot of great action, much better than Jedi Trial, which you can see Jedi Trial didn't even feel like a Star Wars novel, where Hard Targets felt like a military and Star Wars novel at the same time. So done much better than Jedi Trial, but still I know where it's going. So anyway, one last one I want to talk about from Star Wars Insider 81. It's just called Target. This is where the entire group basically comes together for a short adventure on Coruscant. There is a hostage situation going on. Some senator and some of his aides, I think, are held hostage by some other group there. And every once in a while there's a break, kind of like a chapter break, where the HoloNet News is updating you on the situation, going live on Coruscant. And of course the clones come in there and, rectify the problem there. It's a short little adventure. It did get a laugh out of me toward the end there, and it's decent. I think Karen Travis wrote this too, but if you like Republic Commando, yeah, you'll love Targets, because it's just another short mini adventure with all your favorite clone troopers. And I'll be honest, going forward, I'm looking forward to read the rest of the series and enjoy those clones, not Darman and Etain's story arc at all. All right, folks, I'll see you next time.